Coming up next on Clark County Chronicles, it's monsoon season in Clark County. We'll give you some tips to stay high and dry during flash flooding. A new bridge over the Colorado River links Laughlin and Bullhead City. And there's a new name on a county park that pays tribute to a true crime-fighting hero. Those stories and more coming up next on Clark County Chronicles. Hello, I'm Randy Swallow. Welcome to Clark County Chronicles. Our first story takes us to the southernmost portion of Clark County, where a new infrastructure project will improve the economy and the transportation efforts in the community of Laughlin. This new bridge will span the gap between Laughlin, Nevada and Bullhead City, Arizona, crossing the Colorado River in the southernmost part of Clark County. A cavalcade of Corvettes were among the first cars to travel on the Silver Copper Crossing, a new 724-foot-long bridge that links two states and two communities that share the Colorado River. Laughlin, Nevada is home to more than 8,000 residents, and their gaming corridor and hotel resorts attract millions of annual visitors. Bullhead City, Arizona is home to more than 40,000 people and provides a plethora of shopping, recreation, and housing opportunities for those on both sides of the Colorado. 7, 6. And just prior to the Corvette procession, elected officials and transportation executives
welcome to the Silver Copper Crossing.
Snipped the ribbon to signal the opening of the bridge.
What it will create in the long-term outlook for Laughlin and for the region is economic development opportunities that we can only currently imagine. There is so much land that is primed for environmentally sound and sustainable and appropriate development that will benefit the ecology here and the tourism here and all of the opportunities, both for those who live here and for those who might want to.
The Silver Copper Crossing carries the state nicknames of Nevada and Arizona, and the new span will carry tens of thousands of vehicles, bicycles, and pedestrians daily. In addition to the two travel lanes for vehicles, a multi-use trail with river observation areas will allow safe travel for walkers and cyclists.
We love going over to the Laughlin side and just taking drives, and for one, and you know, the water is beautiful, so we come to the water whenever we can. You know, the bridge will be good for anyone who needs emergency services. That's perfect. Or for the Laughlin people to come and shop in beautiful Bullhead City.
This $60 million project was funded primarily by the Regional Transportation Commission of Southern Nevada and the federal government. Bullhead City and Clark County contributed the rest. These communities shared a single bridge for decades, located about 8 miles north of the new one, much closer to Laughlin's Casino Row. The Silver Copper Crossing will facilitate the flow of traffic, ease emergency access, and create commerce connectivity in this flourishing area of Clark County. A long-awaited Hollywood Boulevard extension project linking Henderson to Sunrise Manor will bring applause from motorists and shorten travel times on the east side of the valley. Commission Chair Tick Sagerbloom and Commissioner Jim Gibson were joined by Henderson Councilwoman Carrie Cox and development executives, breaking ground on an east side road construction project that will benefit commuters, parkgoers, nearby businesses, and communities.
This project is really a high priority.
Commissioner Gibson grew up in Henderson and served as that city's mayor for 12 years. He knows this project will allow easier access and connectivity in the east side of the valley. The fast-growing master plan community of Cadence is nearby, and they expect to have 12,000 homes built in the next few years.
There's commerce to be had on either side, on either end of the road. And of course, with the incredible things that Landwell and are happening at Cadence, this whole area is going to be highly populated. We're going to need to do whatever we can do to improve the mobility up and down and through this area.
The Hollywood Boulevard extension will carry thousands of motorists daily, cutting congestion on nearby arterial streets. Phase 1 construction of this $12 million project is already underway as Wiesner Way expands from 2 lanes to 4 and will be renamed Hollywood Boulevard to Galleria Drive.
The Wetlands Park is going to have greater access. It's a really unknown resource that is fantastic. So this thing is going to open up so much to people that live in East Las Vegas and people that live all around the Clark County.
Nearby County and Henderson Park should see hikes and visitation, and one of the best places for a day hike is the sensational Clark County Wetlands Park. Phase 2 will extend Hollywood to Vegas Valley Drive and Sunrise Mountain, which will include a bridge over the Las Vegas Wash. This will improve recreational access to the Wetlands Park. Phase 2 construction is expected to begin in 2026. The Regional Flood Control District's annual message is to remind people about the dangers associated with flash flooding. Monsoon season in Clark County is from July to September. Sue Levitt has the details.
It's important to remember that these floodwaters are dangerous, they're unforgiving.
The Clark County Regional Flood Control District is kicking off monsoon season with an annual press conference to remind residents that trails, roads, and washes can fill with water within minutes during flash flood season.
Once you get in them, you can't get out of them. It's very difficult. You have to usually get rescued by emergency personnel.
As we head into flash flood season, the Clark County Regional Flood Control District has some warnings and tips to keep you safe. Flash flood season runs from July to September, and during these months, it's especially important for Southern Nevada residents to be prepared for possible flooding.
Thunderstorms that we see during the summer, they can strike so suddenly. It can be a hot, sunny day, and it can turn stormy so fast. And that can catch a lot of people off guard.
Last monsoon season, 3 people died from flood-related events.
We conduct dozens of rescues every year. We need the public to stay out of floodwaters. If it's in your path, turn around. You don't want to drive through floodwaters. It can wash away your vehicle. It can wash you away.
Since its inception almost 40 years ago, the Flood Control District has invested $2.5 billion into flood control infrastructure, building 110 detention basins, 713 total miles of flood channels, and 222 real-time rain gauges.
And the district remains committed to constructing and maintaining facilities and funding new projects for our safety.
The Flood Control District has a few tips to keep you safe this monsoon season. Always check the forecast when planning your day and know what to do if a flash flood warning is issued. Never drive through flooded roadways. It only takes as little as 6 inches of flowing water to knock you off your feet, and as little as a foot of water can float a vehicle. If you encounter floodwaters on your route home, turn around and find another road. And educate your children about the dangers of flood channels that can quickly turn into raging rivers.
So the official outlook is for a slightly weaker than normal monsoon season, but that's no reason to be complacent. It only takes one big storm to cause a lot of impact, so stay weather aware through the summer, regardless of how the season shakes out.
For more tips or information, you can visit the Clark County Regional Flood Control District website at regionalflood.org. As Southern Nevada temperatures rise going into the hot summer months, fire officials have some precautions for residents.
We talked to our experts at the National Weather Service. We're going to have a hot summer.
A hot summer that's already prompted heat advisories and has officials predicting Nevada could see more wildfires than normal this year.
We average around 13,000 acres of fire across Southern Nevada, just in Clark County. And we do expect that this fire season will be busy. We want to try to minimize those burned acres as much as possible.
A wetter winter in our state has created more vegetation, allowing an abundance of grass to grow, which can quickly dry out in the hot summer months, creating a flammable fuel bed that makes it very easy for fire to spread.
We have an above average grass load this year. We have about 25% more grass than we do on average. The number one cause in fire starts here is that grass. It's the most likely vegetation to ignite.
In May, Southern Nevada already saw its first large-scale wildfire of 2024 as more than 100 acres of Red Rock Canyon National Conservation Area went up in smoke over several days. Officials determined the fire was caused by target shooting.
We've already had several shooting-related fires here in Southern Nevada, including the Bird Springs fire. And so we want to make sure that the public is prepared to extinguish fires when they do occur.
While target shooting is fun and perfectly legal in designated areas, officials are stressing the importance of taking the proper precautions.
Always make sure when you're shooting to make sure that you're not shooting into areas with rocks. Also make sure that the target area is free from dry grass. And also you need to know that steel core ammunition is illegal on BLM lands.
Also, you should always have water, a shovel, and a fire extinguisher ready in case a fire starts. And clean up all your targets and shells when you're finished shooting and pack them out.
Dry grass ignites very easily. Just sparks from a bullet hitting rocks can start a fire. Driving a vehicle in grass can start fires, and also idling a vehicle or parking a hot vehicle on that grass can cause fires as well.
To learn how to be prepared this fire season and how you can do your part to prevent wildfires, you can visit nevadafireinfo.org.
The Clark County Fire Department welcomed 58 new firefighters to their ranks as the class of 24-1 graduated after 20 weeks of intensive instruction and training.
I want to welcome you to the graduation ceremony for the Clark County Fire Department Recruit Academy 24-1.
Today's the best day of my life.
It's really cool, and the way we've gotten all close and everything like that, it really does feel like you have a new family.
The 58 graduating recruits of Class 24-1 were greeted by hundreds of cheering family members, past and present Clark County firefighters, and members of the community. Fire Chief John Steinbeck reminded the graduates that while their formal training is complete, their next challenge is to continue their education every day on the job.
Recruit academies have become more and more complex over the years as the level of training we provide has to rise to the level of service of this community's needs. And while your training has been extensive, it is only the beginning. Learn to love learning, because we expect you to do it your entire career.
Of the 58 graduates, 2 are women. The Clark County Fire Department continues to actively recruit more females, and both of the newest firefighters strongly encourage other women to join them in an incredibly rewarding profession.
Of course, I had doubts in the very beginning, like, can I do this? And I pushed those aside, and I just kept growing, and it made me the tougher person that I am today. Now I know I can do anything.
You can do it. You know, if you really want to do it, you can do it. It's tough. It's not easy, but you can do just the same as much as the guys, if not more. You know, you have a lot to offer, more than you think.
A video presentation showed the rigors involved in their grueling 5 months of academy training. The class of 24-1 completed classroom and field training, basic firefighting functions, including exercises with hoses and ladders, fire ventilation, and structure rescues. The class adopted their nickname High-Rise Reapers and adhered to the motto, fall for none, rise for all.
Firefighter Francisco Corona.
Each of the recruits were ceremoniously pinned with their new badges and bestowed as fully certified Clark County firefighters.
Recruit Garrett Lane.
The Clark County Fire Department is considered a family that stands for teamwork, dedication, and unwavering perseverance. And the new crop of firefighters include a pair that are literal brothers, Garrett and Dalton Lane.
And even within the academy, me and Garrett, just when it comes to skills courses, tests, we're always trying to be better than the other brother. We're going to help each other, but you always still want to have that edge on each other.
We're here to serve the community, and that's what all of us have in common, is we're here to give back. He gives back in his way, we give back in our way, and I'm just so glad to be a part of it now. And we can all do it as a family now. And so it's just our way of giving back, and we love it.
All the graduates received their assignments and will serve the residents and visitors at one of the 42 fire stations throughout Clark County.
Teamwork and community involvement. So help me God. Congratulations.
The Clark County Fire Department is actively recruiting, training, and hiring people with pride, passion, and professionalism to serve in this rewarding career. Anyone interested in becoming a firefighter should visit the department's website at joinccfd.org. Call the recruitment office at 702-455-8257 or send an email to ccfdrecruitment@clarkcountynv.gov. And the graduates of Class 24-1 have one more reason to be proud to join the award-winning Clark County Fire Department.
We work here and we serve our community, and we work really hard to do that. But as we said, we have so many members that not only serve our community here at home, but they also serve abroad.
The Clark County Fire Department is a team and a family, and its culture is ingrained in the unwavering support of their employees who serve in the Guard and Reserves.
Top award that
the CCFD was bestowed with the prestigious Pro Patria Award, the highest honor granted by the U.S. Department of Defense's Employer Support for the Guard and Reserve, the State Committee for Nevada. Presenting the award to Clark County Fire leadership was a soldier and fireman who has personally benefited from the department's support.
Their support has been unwavering over the last 8 years.
Major Jeff Greer is also Clark County firefighter Jeff Greer. He serves Clark County residents and visitors at Station 32 and is one of the 16 firefighters in the Guard or the Reserves and the CCFD. Serving as a first responder is not just his career, but a rewarding passion.
Some are starting the career in the early 20s. Some are pivoting to the Clark County Fire Department after, years in a different career field. But we all come together to serve this community, and I love working among people that will show up on someone's worst day and gladly put themselves in harm's way to serve this community.
A new name was added to this park, a community location for recreation and remembrance of a Metro sergeant who paid the ultimate sacrifice while saving innocent lives. Members of the Prendez family were joined by members of their Metro family during the dedication ceremony at Henry Prendez Park at Hidden Palms.
Detail. Halt.
Family and friends were at the event, paying tribute to a man who dedicated his life to law enforcement service and helping others. It was 2006 when Sergeant Henry Prendez was fatally shot while responding to a domestic violence call. He was just 37 years old.
And this park started as a little dream that we never thought would be possible.
Daughters Brooke and Kylie are now both mothers, and the Prendez Park is a beautiful sanctuary for their kids to learn more about their grandfather.
I had told Lisa Cho last year, wouldn't it be cool to have a park named after our dad? Days later, we had some real conversations that were really about to make it a reality. I then told Andy Walsh in passing that what we were working on. In a matter of weeks, he had drafted the most beautiful letter of recommendation to Michael Naft, and he approved it.
Before you walk away, I just wanted to present you...
District 8 Commissioner Michael Knapp praised the heroism in Sergeant Prendez's life and wanted to create a lasting honor for the Prendez family and to honor his valiant legacy for visiting park patrons. Metro Color Guards presented flags and badges to the Prendez daughters, small tokens of commemoration.
This is a moment for all of us to reflect, and for Grayson, Brielle, Blake, Selena, and Benjamin, now you have a place that honors your grandfather.
Henry Prendez Park at Hidden Palms is located near Pebble and Bermuda in Silverado Ranch.
The iconic Welcome to Las Vegas sign turns the colors of the rainbow in honor of Pride Month.
We are so glad to be here to commemorate and to mark Pride Month here in Clark County.
Members from the LGBTQ community joined county commissioners at the Welcome to Las Vegas sign to mark and commemorate Pride Month.
I love Las Vegas. I love our commissioners for doing this every year. It is just really moving and touching to us still. It's definitely not taken for granted, and we really are very much appreciative.
Every June, Pride Month is recognized all over the world to celebrate the lives, accomplishments, and potential of the LGBTQ community.
Clark County is a strong supporter of the LGBTQ community, and certainly Las Vegas is a destination for those in the LGBT community around the entire world. So we are happy to welcome all here to Las Vegas.
Members from the LGBTQ Community Center were on hand to accept a proclamation from Clark County. The center has been a resource to the LGBTQ community in Las Vegas for over 30 years, offering education and support, health care, and much more.
The center is just a great place for people to come in and live their authentic lives. We do focus on the LGBTQ community, but we serve all.
Happy Pride Month. Let's make it full of joy, empowerment, and change. Thank you.
Well, that's our show. For more information on anything you've seen on this program or anything relating to your Clark County government, visit our website at ClarkCountyNV.gov. On behalf of all of us here at Clark County Television, I'm Randy Swallow. We'll see you again next time on Clark County Chronicles.